We never met Rex's dad. He was kind of abandoned down the beach. I consider him like winning the puppy lottery. I never even wanted a dog, and we got T-Rex. That was about the summer 2017. We lost my dad in the Christmas of 2016, so Dad never got to meet T-Rex, but I'm sure they would have got along great. Albert E. Kelly, thinking of you. What do you want to hear first, the good news or the good news? Was that Rex? It's in tight. The good news, there are no whitecaps on the Fore River. And you can pretty much see the sun. And the good news is also, it rained 1/4 of an inch last night here. I woke to the sound of fat raindrops on the window. I was liking that. And I don't know if you can quite see it, but it looks like there's blue sky north of Boston. Go Red Sox today. And it's going to be much better at the Brookline Country Club this afternoon. We start the day with the satellite image showing where it was the most cloudy yesterday in western New England. It's clear and sunny this morning. More good news? I don't think the wind is going to increase today. I think the wind is going to stay down. Well, the guidance tells me that. Oh, got to hide from the wind again for now. There's actually, here's the afternoon map, a little bit of an anticyclone, high pressure system trying to develop east of Boston. So it's kind of curious. I'm not sure. I think that the upper level low is moving just far enough to the east, and the old, well, not the old, but the high pressure system that's pushing this cold air in is a little bit far to the west. So we're actually going to end up with a light sea breeze in Boston this afternoon. Now the water temperature is in the lower 60s, so we should get into the lower 60s. Yesterday, the GFS had us only about 55 this afternoon. That's changed. So it's looking better and better for a chance of sunshine in Boston. And certainly western New England's going to have a nice day. Instability clouds will be forming. So did we set any records? Well, yes. The high temperature of 28 degrees yesterday on Mount Washington is a record. 1.3 inches of snow on Mount Washington is a record for June 18-19. I'm not sure how we're going to divvy those 2 days into the 1.3 inches of snow. I think most of it was yesterday. And the record low high temperature on Mount Washington today is 37. I think we're only going to get to about 35, and it looks like we tied the record low this morning at 26. So it's more of a record cold air mass, but because it's low barometer cold, it stays mostly up in the sky. Going forward, not an easy forecast at all this week. The ferry's running again on the weekend. I've seen a lot of ferry action. I thought they went away for the weekends. It pretty much looks conclusive that we have nice weather Monday, Tuesday. The low pressure system here now and upper low are only going to drift to the east and then actually start falling to the south. 101 degrees yesterday in Bismarck, North Dakota. That's one of the warmest spots I saw where heat warnings are in effect. North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota. That warmth is going to try and take a run at us, but with an upper level low offshore, a warm front may stall very close by. And now the government map for Tuesday, kind of curious, doesn't match up with a lot of the guidance, shows a little low near Long Island on Tuesday with a low pressure system. And that front may end up elongating over the northeast. The GFS has backed off a wet, cold Wednesday. It's now looking better, which usually isn't good news for the weekend, but the GFS keeps it nice right through the weekend when temperatures go into 85 to 90. However, the upper level low is still there in the GFS. It just stays offshore. On the Euro, though, the upper level low comes to the mid-Atlantic states and kind of you get sort of a muggy weather mass coming at us with a stalled front and some off and on thunderstorms. And believe it or not, that begins on Wednesday with the Euro keeping us kind of divided with, it looks like, warmer weather near the Canadian border going into Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and chance of showers and thunderstorms further south with maybe an onshore flow with temperatures and dew points near 70. I think we'll probably end up with nice weather and definitely a warming trend. My dad worked very hard. He had an 8th grade education, electrician, fisherman, father, old school, best generation. And he started gardening probably in his 40s. And he really relaxed when he became a grandfather, when my brother Kevin had Matthew. My dad was a new man, and he died a wealthy man, even though he only made $14 an hour with his 8th grade education. What I like to say is, my dad taught me a work ethic, and my mom taught me how to smile, which got me to Lyndon State College and a degree in meteorology and a great career. And look at that. This is how my dad would have measured it too. Well, actually, he had a better rain gauge. That's almost a ½ inch of rain there. So that's great. Linda, wishing the best for you. Also a ½ inch of rain in Princeton, Massachusetts. So for all the dads out there, my brother Kevin, my brothers-in-law Tom and Bob, wishing you a nice day. I think it's going to turn pretty nice this afternoon, so don't cancel any of your plans. A lot of picnics. Most of them are dry. The exception could be from Maine to Cape Cod. I'll leave you with some sights and sounds of yesterday late in the day, the birds and the boats. Bert would have appreciated this. The hawks just love this wind. They can just stay in position and watch for little puppy dogs and little kitty cats. Watch out for the hawk. I never got to meet my father-in-law, Timothy Fogarty. Passed away just about a year before I met Janet. Thinking of you too, Timothy Fogarty, and Janet's mom.